Hi, my name is Gökhan Güleçoğlu. I'm a math teacher. In this lesson, we will learn simultaneous linear equations, how you can solve two different equations simultaneously. But before the lesson, you have to remember some mathematical connections. First of all, how you can solve the equations with one unknown letter or variable. Please pause the video and try to solve these two equations. First equation is 2x minus 5 equals negative 11 or minus 11. The other one is 3x minus 4 equals 6 minus 2x. Now we can solve these equations. Firstly, the first goal is to make x alone. So how can we make alone at any side of equal sign? Normally, you have to get rid of negative 5 by add up positive 5 at both sides of equal sign. So negative 2x minus 5 and then plus 5 equals negative 11 plus 5 again. And now you can see negative 5 and positive 5 cancelled. You have 2x equals negative 11 plus 5, which is negative 6. And if you know 2x equals negative 6, you need to divide both sides of equal sign by 2. So divided by 2 and divided by 2, you have x equals negative 3. The other equation is 3x minus 4 equals 6 minus 2x. So in this equation, our goal is to collect all x at any side of equal sign, and then to collect all numbers to the other side of equal sign. So now I will use another technique for solving these equations. I will move negative 2x to the other side, which would be positive 2x, and then I will move negative 4 to the other side, which would be positive 4. So 3x plus 2x and equals 6. Negative 4 would be positive 4. And then we have 5x because 3x plus 2x makes 5x and equals 6 plus 4, 10. And if you are looking for only one x, you need to divide 5. You need to divide both sides by 5 because you have 5x equals 10. You are looking for only one x. So 5 times x equals 10 divided by 5 divided by 5. So x would be only 2. You already known how you could solve these equations in the past years. Another thing I need to remind to you how you could draw up a straight line graph. As you remember, you have a straight line which is y equals negative x plus 3. So we need to give some values for x from negative 2 to 5 and to construct a table which gives us some points on the straight line. So now we have a table. Firstly, we need to write negative 2, replace x, and then negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you write negative 2, replace x, you can find out y. So y equals negative 2 plus 3. Negative negative makes positive 2. So it means positive 2, positive 3, or plus 2 plus 3, and y equals 5. And you have a point on the straight line. This point is x value is negative 2 and y value is 5. The other point for the straight for the other point on the straight line, we have to put negative 1 replace x, or we have to write negative 1 replace x. So y equals minus minus 1 plus 3, y equals plus 1 plus 3, and y equals 4. So the other points would be negative 1 and 4. So if you write 0, replace x, y equals 0 minus 0 plus 3. So it means 3. And then if you write 1, replace x, y equals minus 1 plus 3, 2. If you write 2, replace x, minus 2 plus 3, minus 3 plus 3, minus 4 plus 3, and minus 5, minus 4 plus 3, and minus 5 plus 3. So you have lots of points on the straight line. Normally, only to find out only 2 points is enough. But if the question tells you you need to write -2 to positive 5, replace x, so you need to fill out the table. Now, the second step, we need to find out these points on the coordinate system. The first point is -2 and 5. So firstly, I need to draw a pair of axes, which is horizontal axis is x and vertical axis is y, and the cross point is origin, and the right of origin is 1, positive, 2, 3, 4, 5, and left of the origin negative numbers, -2 or -4, -5, and up of the origin 3, 4, and 5, and -1, -2, and so forth. Here, the first point is -2 and 5. -2 is x, positive 5 is y, so -2 and 5 is this point. So they cross -2 and positive 5 at this point. I can say it's called A. So this point is -2 and 5. The other point is -1 and 4. The other point is 0 and 3, and 1 and 2, 2 and 1, 3 and 0, 4 and -1, 5 and 5 and -2. And then when you meet these points straightly, you can have a straight line which is y equals -x plus 3. And I would like to say you don't need to use these methods for draw up the graph. Why I use these methods to draw up the graph? Because the question told me I have to give some values, replace x, which are from -2 to positive 5. So at this reason, I have to fill up these tables. But if the question doesn't tell you you have to give these points, these numbers, write these numbers, replace x, you can use two different short methods. The first method, the other method is you can find out x-intercept and y-intercept. So how can you find what x-intercept means and y x-intercept means? X-intercept means your straight line cuts y x-axis at which point? So for example, x-intercept in this equation, x-intercept is 3. So y-intercept is your straight line cuts y-axis at which point? So y-intercept is positive 3 again. So how could you find out? How could you find out x-intercept and y-intercept? So as you see, x-intercept, the point is 3 and 0. It means y value is 0. So if you are looking for x-intercept, you need to write 0, replace y. So y equals 0, 0 equals -3 and positive negative x plus 3, and negative x goes to the other side would be positive x, and x equals 3. And y-intercept, as you see here, this point, and if I want to write the coordinate of this point, I would say 0 and 3. So it means x value is 0. So if you write 0, replace x, you could find y-intercept. So y equals minus 0 plus 3 and y equals positive 3. So you can say x-intercept is 3, y-intercept also 3. And you can draw a pair of axes, a horizontal one x, vertical one y. It is 0. And x-intercept is 3 here. And y-intercept also 3, which is there. And then you can draw this straight line here. And as you see, you can draw the same straight line. As I said to you, to find out 2 points on the straight line is enough to draw up the straight line. Okay, the other method, as you remember, gradients. So all straight line has only one form. It means y equals mx plus c. So what m is and also what c is. So m is coefficient of x and gives you gradient or the slope. So gradient is m and c is a constant number which is y-intercept. So it is y-intercept. And if you write your equation y equals negative x plus 3, gradient would be minus 1 because coefficient of x is minus 1 and y-intercept is positive 3 because constant number is positive 3. And you can draw a pair of x's. And firstly, you need to find y-intercept, which is positive 3. And if your gradient is negative 1, so negative 1 means you need to move from constant number, constant point, or y from y-intercept, 1 unit down, 1 unit right, because it is negative 1. If it was positive 1, it means 1 point, 1 point up, 1 point right, 1 point up, 1 point right. So our gradient is negative 1. So 1 point down, 1 point right, and then mark this point. And 1 point down, 1 point right again, and mark this point again. 1 point down, 1 point right again, and we can mark this point. And you can keep going to find out all points. But as I said to you, 2 point is enough. And then I can draw the straight line which meets all points here. As you see, all straight line, as you see, all graph are the same, and also you can use all methods. Which one you find easier, you can prefer. And another part now, I would like to show uh, how you could solve uh, two different how you could solve two equations, two linear equations simultaneously. So we have an example, Miguel, here, and the example tell us Miguel enjoys walking and has two favorite walks. One is into the hills and is 3 kilometers long. The other is along the river and 2 kilometers long. Miguel takes one of the walks each day for 5 days and walks a total of 12 kilometers long. How many of each walk did Miguel take? So as you see, how can we, as you see, we have a problem about solving equations, two different equations simultaneously. The first one, I would like to start to say, let x be the number of days, the number of days, which is Miguel walks into the hills. So Miguel walks into the hills X day. During X days, Miguel walks into the hills. And the other variable, y, so let y be the number of days, also days, and which Miguel walks along the river. So y days. As you see in the question, the total number of days is 5. So also you can say x plus y equals 5. You have one. You have the first equation, and the second equation, uh, Miguel walked a total of 12 kilometers long. So each days which walks Miguel into the hills 2 kilometers. So during the x days, so it makes 2x. And each days Miguel walked along the river 3 days, so it makes 3y. So the total of 12 kilometers long means 2x plus 3y equals 12. Here you have two different equations, and now we will solve these two different equations simultaneously by using their graph. So firstly, you need to look over these informations. So firstly, we have the information has two unknown values, and you can use it to form two different equations. Now we have first equation here and second equation here. And the other information is the equations are both linear equations. So how can you know if you have some equations, they are linear equations? Just you need to look at their power. If you see the power of variables are 1, so you can say this equation is linear equation. So as you see x to the power of 1, because you don't see any power top of x, so y to the power of 1 again, so x plus y equals 5. And 2x again to the power of 1 to the power of 1. And these equations are linear equations. And you can solve these equations simultaneously, and also their graph determines a straight line. So we are looking for a cross point, because cross point gives us a point which does both equations. So we say this point is simultaneous solution, or the intersection point. So, and we can say our goal is to find out the coordinate of these points. Okay, now for the problem of Miguel, we have two different equations. The first equation is x plus y equals 5, and the other equation 2x plus 3y equals 12. So now I will solve these equations simultaneously by using graphical method. So firstly, I use to find out x-intercept and y-intercept. As you remember, if you are looking for x-intercept of an equation, you need to write you need to write 0 replace y. So x plus 0 equals 5, and x equals 5. It is x-intercept for the first equation. For the y-intercept, you need to write 0 replace x, and then 0 plus y equals 5, and y equals 5. You can say y-intercept is also 5. And the second equation, for y-intercept, we need to write 0 replace x again, and 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 12, y equals 4, and we need to write 0 replace y to find out x-intercept. So y equals 0, 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 12, 2x equals 12, and x equals 6. So we can draw pair of axes, which are x-axis and y-axis, and origin. For the first equation, x-intercept is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Y-intercept is 5. X-intercept is also 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we can draw this straight line here. The first equation is x plus y equals 5. The other equation is 2x plus 3y equals 12. Y-intercept is 4. X-intercept is 6. And you can draw this straight line like that. And you can find out, as you see, simultaneous solution. Simultaneous solution is at which point they cut each other or intersection point. So intersection point is 3 and 2. So you can say, you can call this point is A, 3 and 2. So it means x is 2, y is x is 3, y is 2. What x is 3, y is 2. So it means Miguel walks into the hill during 3 days. 3 days walk into the hill. And Miguel walked along the river during 2 days. So 2 days river. And also, if you write 3, replace x. If you write 2, replace y. You can see these numbers or these values does both equations simultaneously. Have a look, please. The first equation is x plus y equals 5. The other equation was 2x plus 3y equals 12. If you write 3, replace x, and 2, replace y, you can see 3 plus 2 makes 5. And also, if you write 3 and 2, replace x and y respectively, you can see these numbers does this equation at the same time. So 2 times 3 plus 3 times 2, 6 plus 6 makes 12 again. So we solve this problem simultaneously in these equations. So we have another example, but in this time I will draw both equations by using their graph. And I use a table to give some values, replace x. So I have x minus y equals -4, 2x plus y equals 10, and please pause the video and try to solve these equations simultaneously. Firstly, you need to fill out these tables and then draw up their graph. Okay, to become easier, I would like to make y alone. So I will move negative y to the other side of equal sign and -4 to the other side of equal sign. Y equals, or I can say y equals x plus 4, because negative y, when you change its place, it would be positive y. So -4 would be positive 4. So if you write -3, -2, and +3 replace x, you will find out y values. -3 plus 4, -2 plus 4, -1 plus 4, 0 plus 4, 1 plus 4, 2 plus 4, and 3 plus 4. So now you have find out lots of points on the first straight line. For the second straight line, I will move 2x to the other side. So y equals 10 minus 2x. and I will write -3, -2, and lastly +3, replace x. Please pay attention about -2 times -2. -2 times -2 makes +4, or -2 times -3 makes +6. So 10 minus 2 times -3, +6, 16. And 10 minus 2 times -2, 14. 10 minus 2 times -1, 12. And 10, 8, 6, and so forth. And we can draw these straight lines on the same coordinate system or on the same axis. I would like to show -3 and 1, -3 and 1 here, this point. The other one, -2 and 2. The other one is -1 and 3. 0 and 4, 1 and 5, 2 and 6. Here we have the straight line for the first equation. Okay, another one is -3 and 16. It is very the number is very large, so I would like to start from this number or this point, 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is here, 2 and 6 is here. As I said to you, to find out 2 points is enough, so I don't need to find out the rest points. So at this reason, I can draw the second straight line here. Okay, as you see, you have a cross point, or you have a straight, you have a another straight line, and we can say this point is simultaneous solution. Solution. Simultaneous solution is 2 and 6. Also, you can say the value for x is 2, the value for y is 6, and we have x minus y equals -4. The other equation is 2x plus y equals 10. 2x plus y equals 10. And we can check this point is true or not. At this reason, I can write 2 replace x and 6 replace y, because simultaneous solution I found simultaneous equations is 2 and 6. 2 minus 6 is also -4. And the other one, 2 times 2 and plus 6. 2 times 2 makes 4. Plus 6 equals 10 again. So also, if I have a grid paper, I would have found these points. For example, 1 and 8, 0 and 10, -1 and -1 and 12. But I don't need to find out the rest points. But if you have a paper, an exam paper, you must to find out this one. But don't forget to find out 2 points is enough to draw up any straight line graph. Also, we can see this graph in GeoGebra app application, which has in a website. As you see, we have two different graphs in the grid paper. The first one is the red one is x minus y equals -4, and -4, and the other one, the blue one, is also I draw the blue one here, is 2x plus y equals 10. When you when you look over this graph, you can find the cross point here. This cross point here is 2 and 6. As you see, the x value is 2 and the y value is 6 here. And when you change the coefficient of x and y values, also you can see the graph of straight line will be changed. I will share this website with you. Please have a look over the graph of straight lines, and please try to change coefficient of x and y values. Now we have another question. I would like to give this question as an homework to you. Please try to solve these try to solve these equations simultaneously by using graphical methods, but you can use any method. Please remember you have three methods. The first one is fill out a table. The second one is to find out x-intercept and y-intercept. The other method, the last method, is, as you remember, to find out gradient and constant number, which is y-intercept. You can find out, you can use any method to draw the graphs, and then please send them to me. I hope this lesson very benefited for you. For now, see you. Bye bye.